Hello, thank you very much for joining us. This is the Conrado Show where we discuss issues of purpose, passion, and power. On this show, we let you, especially the young people, get to know that this life that has been given to all of us is for a purpose. There is a reason God created you and me. And you need to go through life and explore it, get to know it, and discover yourself and be able to also live it passionately, live life with passion, and also tap into God's power that He has given to you. That is what we are exploring. And today, we are bringing you an interview, an up close with a clinical psychologist to get to know the world of clinical psychology, what it means, and also what they do as psychologists, and how you too can be conscious of certain things in your life. We'll be back after this break.
Hope. Hope for the community. Hope for Ghana, our beloved country. Hope for Africa and hope for the world. With 4 years of training through CTN for lectures and getting the grades, you will develop competence and big hearts to save lives. Our BSc Nursing program is uniquely designed with conviction, character, compassion, creativity, and community, with a keen focus on information technology and entrepreneurship to equip you bring hope to clients. We are Heritage Christian College. Our nursing program is accredited by Ghana Tertiary Education Commission and Nursing and Midwifery Council of Ghana. We are recruiting now. Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Welcome back. This show is sponsored by the Conrado Group and also Heritage Christian University College. My guest today is a senior psychologist at the Trust Hospitals Limited and a consultant psychologist for the Ghana Education Service National Assessment and Resource Center for Children with Disability and Special Educational Needs. He's a graduate from the University of Ghana and holds a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology and Philosophy and also an MPhil in Clinical Psychology. He is also a professional teacher with over 12 years of teaching experience from the basic to tertiary levels. He has delivered speeches and presentations at churches, corporate institutions with professional bodies on positive thinking, stress management, and related mental health topics across the country. Welcome, my guest, Eric Howusu-Kumi, my very good friend. How are you?
I'm doing great, Conrad.
Yeah.
How are you doing too?
Very well, too. So let's start. First of all, who is a clinical psychologist?
So I will answer who a psychologist is
First of all, okay,
so
good.
So a psychologist is a behavior scientist. Is someone who understands human behavior,
Yeah.
the mental processes, the emotional connections, and then the thing the human being does,
Okay.
basically. And so there's so many fields or specialties in psychology.
Okay.
And then the clinical is the aspect that deals with conditions, mental conditions,
I
and
see.
let me say disorders. So the pattern of the behavior that is not going the way it should go. Exactly. So it could be a mental pattern that is
Yeah.
not going the right way. It could be a behavior like you smoking, drinking in a way that shouldn't be, or you even having sex the way it shouldn't go.
I see.
Okay, or you picking things up that acts like stealing in the phone. Then we can also talk about the emotional stuff like depression and anxiety. And so any behavior that is not going the way it should go, that's where the clinical psychologist comes in.
I see. So, in your normal practice, what are some of um, the, the conditions that you come across in your practice?
From where I sit, Mostly we see people with depression. Depression is a condition that affects the person thinking, his feelings, and anything they behave. So typically thinking, they sometimes think of therefore they think they're not worthy or important. And then their emotions, most of the time they are feeling sad, some are feeling guilty, some are feeling anxious. Then the behavior, they become withdrawn, they become very withdrawn. Some begin to use drugs and alcohol. Then some also begin to stop doing the activities that they enjoy doing a lot. So if the person loves football, watching football, you put his best player on the TV and he will still not watch.
I see.
Some will not even eat, they will not sleep. So it affects this behavior. So we call it depression. Then we also see a lot of anxiety related conditions. So some of them are social anxiety or performance anxiety. Others are also post-traumatic stress disorder, which is common when people are involved in trauma, like an accident or drowning, fire, or even rape. Or or when a building collapses, or what happened at a PT, this gas filling station explosion, and then the twin disaster at Circle, I think in April.
June 3 disaster.
So those are some of the conditions we see. Apart from that, we also take care of other behavior things like learning disorders. So sometimes we think the child is not, we use the word is blockheaded or doesn't know anything. But sometimes there are impediments that's preventing them from accessing the full capacity to learn. So when a child is hyperactive or he has inattention challenges, he will not be able to focus on whatever the teacher is telling him. And so that will prevent him from excelling, and then we think it's not good. Then there are also family issues, marital discord. So sometimes even the personality of the two people who are involved in the marriage are so different, distant, that they are always crashing or having conflict. And it's because they don't understand each other's personality. So when these things happen, we come in and help them to understand who they are. That personality is you in a way that you cannot change drastically. You need a lot of effort, or you need people to understand what you are going through in order to be able to move from one angle to the other. So if you ask me that, what I would say the clinical side is.
I see. But how different is your profession from medicine, from normal counseling as we go for marriage counseling, and also with the pastors as well, then also psychiatry?
Okay, so basically, I would generally medicine is they are doctors. They go through medicine. They look at the physical anatomy of the human being. They also look at the mental and all other things. Okay, and then they prescribe medication and they do all that. But the psychologist basically can be a medical doctor who has trained additionally in psychology.
I see.
To become a specialist in that field. Okay, so for the psychology, it can always go beyond what you already are. Because it's a specialty.
I see.
But when it comes to the psychiatrists and the psychologists, they are all mental health professionals or specialists. But the psychiatrist is a trained medical doctor who has also trained and then who has been trained in mental health.
Oh, I see.
As his specialty.
So they can handle the physical conditions
and then the mental and emotional stuff as well.
I see.
While the psychologist may not be a medical doctor, but has been trained in mental health.
I see. I see. Do you use medications as well as a clinical psychologist?
No. The training in Ghana doesn't allow the clinical psychologist to use medication.
I see. So what do you do?
Basically, we talk. So
talk
we call
is
it
so you
talk therapy.
Talk therapy.
And then we also train people to be able to adapt to different ways of doing things.
I see.
And as part of the therapy, we teach people how to reverse or restructure their thinking by using things that they can practice and get results.
Wow.
So, for instance,
possible?
Yes, it's very possible because nobody is what they are today when they came into this world. Almost
really?
everything we are today,
we learned it.
So we can unlearn them.
Hey.
Okay, so some people learn their behavior through conditioning.
Yeah.
Okay, so at home, for instance, you are not talking, you are shy in public because you are not allowed to talk when
in the
adults
house.
are talking.
Yeah.
Yours is to keep quiet and listen. So
that's very common in our culture.
Over the years can affect your life. Then also, we also learn by observation.
Yeah.
So I've learned that my father is always screaming at my mother, and I've also learned that. So I think screaming
is
a woman is a normal thing until it begins to create problems in my life. Then you have to help you to unlearn that behavior.
Hey, you can help us to unlearn.
Yes, you can unlearn.
Hey, then I have to come and see you so that I can unlearn a lot of things. But how successful is that? Do you always get 100%, success?
And I get more than 90%.
I see.
And then apart from what you just said, there are also specialized training. So there are some of the conditions that you need extra training to be able to attend to them.
Oh,
so as a
fresh the psychologist needs more training.
In every field, my brother.
I see.
In every field, you can when you started media, you're not doing everything.
Exactly.
So for you, even though it's a bigger area, so psychology is clinical psychology is huge.
Oh, really?
It's huge. So some people have specialized in treating anxiety, others with depression. Or basically, some specialize in treating the mood condition. Others also specialize in treating behavior conditions like alcoholism and drug abuse and other like maybe conditions like there's some people called kleptomania. Behavior.
It's stealing comes so naturally to you.
So some people specialize in those areas.
Really?
Yes. And then there are those who also decide to specialize in the learning disorders, because there are a lot of them. There are a lot of psychological conditions.
I see.
Plenty.
I know of dyslexia.
Yes. So that's a learning
disorder. I see.
Language production.
I see.
And then retention and all of that.
Yeah, because it's around language, so I also understand.
So somebody may specialize in that.
I see.
And then treat those kind of conditions.
Stammering, is it part of the things you could deal with?
Yes.
So you do a bit of speech therapy sometimes. So there are specialists in that.
Yes. So what happens is that when the psychologist is able to diagnose that your condition is because you are stammering,
and it wasn't physiological,
if it's physiological,
maybe you learned it.
Yes, some people can learn it. So the role here is to identify everything around the condition.
Then you recommend,
the environmental, the biological, and then whether there are some chemical components to your condition. Then he is able to isolate. If it's physical and he's not able, he doesn't have the skill, he refers to someone who has the skill.
I see.
So if I see someone with a speech difficulty and I'm able to diagnose, I will refer him to the speech therapist to support the treatment. But the other things I can do will help the person change his environment and then recondition his thinking about his condition. For instance, then the speech therapist will also use his skills to help so the person gets holistic.
I see. So what training does one need in order to become a clinical psychologist like you? Is there any special school you have to go?
In Ghana, you need to have a first degree in psychology.
Okay.
And sometimes in nursing.
Okay.
And then if you have a degree in medicine too,
it's also
a prerequirement.
Okay.
So after that, then you go for the master's program.
You have to do a master's
program. Currently, it's a 2-year master's program, mostly an MPhil.
An MPhil.
When we started, but now I think other universities in Ghana are also pursuing it. So Legon pursues the clinical psychology, and then I think in Cape Coast they do clinical health psychology.
I see.
Okay, so
how would that one be different?
So
I see.
So as psychology grows, we are getting bigger and bigger, and more specialties are developing.
Okay.
So the difference between the clinical psychology and then the health psychologist is the health psychologist looks at the health setup and then how they are able to help people in normal health condition to manage their health condition.
Oh,
so for instance, someone is hypertensive, but he's not taking his medication. Or he believes some power somewhere. In
controlling.
So his job is to help that person.
Oh, okay.
Then they also look at the dynamics in the health sector, how it is helping people to get treatment. to help.
Tell us about that.
So, for instance, you go to the hospital and then you sit the whole day.
Oh.
And that makes somebody sick.
Oh.
Because there are individuals who cannot bear
that alone, exactly.
So when they get there, they get sicker. And then some people, when you ask them to check their BP, it's over the roof.
I see.
So they help the facility to design a system such that certain people just come and then they get treatment. Then those who are admitted to, they support them with social support.
I see.
And then provide some guidance out to how we should process it. Even they even support people to process their diagnosis, especially for strange, in quotes, strange conditions.
Like
or conditions that we are all scared. Most people are scared of, like cancers.
Kidney, if you get if you are diagnosed of that,
some how are you able to take
of
the
course.
diagnosis well.
So they
are there to support these people to process.
I see. Tell us about your journey personally into clinical psychology.
I am quite young, but I feel old.
You are my senior at the university, so you can't say on my shoulder you are quite young.
So it started quite long. I remember the first time I heard about psychology and mental stuff was when I was in secondary school.
Okay. Where did you school?
Back home, secondary technical school.
Oh,
in the Rotary.
Okay. My former region.
By then,
yes, you need to have separated.
By then, I used to fall sick a lot.
Really?
Yes, even right from basic school, primary school, I used to fall sick a lot. And I thought I was a sickler.
Okay.
By then, not much rigorous examinations are done to determine this person is a sickler.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was a sickler, and my common sickness is malaria. And then back then there wasn't test to treat the malaria. You just go and then with your symptoms you are treated. Unlike now, test and treat.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anytime I go, I tell the doctor I'm feeling feverish, and my head, I can't eat, and then they give me the malaria medication. So it got to a time. Chloroquine was not working the way it should work. So they changed it. I remember they changed it to Fancida. So when I go and the doctor gives me chloroquine. So you are now an expert on malaria. Yes. You know all this. Of course, every patient is the expert. In fact, if you don't understand your condition, well, the doctor can't understand you. Hey. What you tell a doctor is what he's going to use. Really? So when you lie, he will also give you treat you falsely. Okay. So I see. I didn't know that. I go and I tell the doctor. Yeah. Chloroquine is not working, so when you give me chloroquine, I'll tell you it doesn't work for me. Wow. So I won't fancy that. Then some of them will change. Then another one came. I remember Lazin came. So one day I visited this lady doctor. She was quite good, and she did her things, and then she gave me fancy that. And I told her fancy that didn't work, so I should go. So in my mind, I've made up. The idea was when I go home, I'll come back and take which is the one I think will work for me. So after 3 days course, I came straight back to meet her and told her it didn't work. I see. She screamed at me. What do you think? Do you think medicine is all about drug? It is your mind. Hey. Your mind. If your mind doesn't accept the medicine, it will not work. Hey. So she told me all of that and told me to go back. I see. After 3 days, the medicine is still doing its work. Oh, okay. So I went home and never came back. I was well. Seriously? Yes. So what kind of magic happened? I realized that so the mind is powerful. I see. Can happen. Affect your health. Yes. I see. So I told myself you were going to explore the mind. So that has occupied my mind. I see. But unfortunately, during our time, nobody to guide you. Of course. The journey. Yeah. So everybody was going to the training college from my school. And you also went. I went to the training. I didn't even know I could go to the university with the grades I had. I see. So I went to the training college. Whilst teacher training college, I saw that they were teaching psychology. So, at the training college. It's part of the course. Educational psychology. Then I became interested. I see. And so I studied with all my heart. I did well. Then from there, so psychology had been occupying my mind. Then I went to teach. But I didn't know where to get psychology. In this part of our world. And then my plan originally was to study agri-economics. Okay.
Okay.
So I applied.
Did you do a Greek at
secondary
SHS?
school?
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I applied.
So you see, he from a Greek to teacher training college, he got interested in psychology. He will come to university and come.
I was going to do a Greek. I was
At
going to
where?
do a Greek in Legon.
Oh, okay.
So no, initially I was going to take because I think I have to go for a Greek. So I was going to take.
I see.
I went there. I bought the forms. I went and they told you can't do a Greek.
Why?
Because you are not a science student.
Oh, but you read a Greek in school.
By then, if you're not a science student, you can't read a Greek at the university.
Hey, which one
Except
is that?
Cape Coast, they were accepting those who did a Greek at secondary school to read a Greek. But
So what were the Greek people supposed to do at the university?
maybe go and do some go and farm and go to the Greek colleges.
Oh,
or
I
do
see.
some other things. So
Interesting. But
I
now
told
it
them
has changed.
It has changed.
I see.
Now those who read a Greek in secondary school do science programs.
In
so
addition,
that it can facilitate. So
I
they
see.
told me
I see.
I need some science
Of course.
courses. So I went back to study science.
You did?
Chemistry, yes. To study chemistry.
Hey.
1 year, wrote it fast. I went and he told me again that I need 2 science subjects. So
I didn't know this part of you.
so they told me you can't. So it was at the last part of admission. So I said, what do I do? So I ran back to Workers' College in Kumasi to buy Legon's form.
I see that matures
To come
entrance.
No, the normal one. To come
Really?
and try Legon.
Okay.
Because I've not been to Legon.
Yeah.
So when I came to Legon with my Greek, fortunately they were just processing the admission.
Missions. Yeah.
So I went to admission office and then I told the gentleman told me, no, we can't do a Greek here because of it. So I asked him, what can I
you do? Oh.
Then the guy told me we can do a lot of courses. I didn't know. Then he
started.
started mentioning economics, psychology. I said, hold on here.
Yeah. Psychology.
Then that's how
Really?
I just took it because it was
Frustrating.
in my
Okay.
conscience.
Yeah. You.
The moment I
Yeah.
mentioned it, I
Yeah.
told him
Yeah.
I do psychology.
I see. So you did psychology with what?
With philosophy and linguistics back then, 3 courses.
You did linguistics.
Yes, I did.
I see. That's nice.
Then along the line, I dropped it.
Oh,
For
you
philosophy.
couldn't contain that.
Because they were asking me to do some Ghanaian languages that
You didn't want to do. Yeah.
So I now moved on to psychology and then
Philosophy. I see.
So I majored in psychology.
So the philosophy also helped you to
Yes,
think
yes.
while you're coming to work on people's
So I
minds.
did that
Yeah.
whilst on study leave.
Okay, you were a teacher.
Yes.
So all these struggles you were going through, you were actually teaching.
Yes, so
Okay, after
I was
training
teaching.
college. Yeah.
and then preparing to come to the university.
Yeah.
So
Do you remember where you taught?
yes, I first taught at Zabsgu Secondary School
Hey,
in the Northern region.
hey,
Yes.
I see.
That was my first teaching.
Wow.
So I taught there for 2 years and then I came back to school.
I see. Okay, let hold it there. Let's take a quick break. We are talking about clinical psychology and the journey of Mr. Eric Howusu-Kumi. He's a senior clinical psychologist at the Trust Hospital in Accra, and he's telling us his journey and then also what the whole field involves. If you are interested, you too can get into the field. But hold on, we'll be right back after this break. Do you have an interest and passion for the media? You see yourself excelling in the field of journalism and multimedia, but do not have enough time and funds to pursue courses in those fields. That is why the Heritage Christian College Media Training School was set up to give you an opportunity to train yourself for 4 months and get a 2-month opportunity for attachment at Truth TV. With our state-of-the-art studio and newsroom, experienced friendly lecturers in the field of journalism and conducive lecture halls, we offer students the chance to learn on the job with both practical and theoretical lessons. We offer courses in journalism such as newscasting, show hosting, voice training and phonetics, voiceovers, report filing, and many others. In the field of multimedia, we offer courses in cinematography, video editing, animations, studio management, master control room management, light and sound engineering, set design, graphic design, photography, and social media management.
We offer intensive one-week courses in communication essentials for professionals. We have both weekday and weekend courses. We are located behind Amasaman Stadium in Accra. Heritage Christian College Media Training School gives you all the tips you need to succeed in the world of communication.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Conrado Show live here on Truth TV. This is where we are exploring issues of purpose, passion, and power. Today we have an Upclose with a senior clinical psychologist at the Trust Hospital, Mr. Eric Howusu-Kumi, who is now sharing his story into the clinical psychology field. So you started off as a teacher, and then you went to university to pursue clinical psychology. No, you went to pursue just psychology with philosophy and linguistics. You majored in psychology. Okay. And then how did you find the learning? How should I say? Did you find it easy? Did you love it? I mean, the learning process.
Yes, I think when you have passion for something,
okay, no matter what,
every engagement gives you. So once people were struggling, I can't do psychology. It was quite easy.
I see.
We were just swimming in it.
I see.
So I didn't find psychology difficult.
I see.
Although it was challenging, because sometimes you have to learn things that are abstract. Okay, somebody's mind. Not
that's interesting.
Those ones were quite difficult, but they were practical. Okay. They were down to earth. And so if you're able to connect what you are learning with reality, you can always understand what is happening.
And then from there, you graduated, and what next?
So after that,
you were on study leave
back
to teach. Okay.
I went back to
which school was that?
I taught at I went to volleyball. Volleyball.
Where is that?
It is in the Dangbi. It used to be in the Dangbi West.
Okay. I see.
District. So Lodwar was the district capital. But it was closer to Australia.
Okay.
I
remember you were always telling me about Australia. Okay.
So I taught there, and then I came back to do the master's.
Okay. So you applied to do clinical psychology for the master's at Legon.
Yes.
And you did that for 2 years.
5 years after.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see. And so after that, did it automatically make you a clinical psychologist?
So the moment is the program trains you with the principles of understanding the various conditions that there is, and then what underlines the causes. And you also do learn some of the therapies. Skills you need to treat people with such conditions. So after we've done that for a year, then you also do 1 year research, because the course mandates every clinical psychologist to be a researcher.
Oh,
so you do the research for 1 year. Once you are doing your practical,
you have to go to
so you have
attach
to do
yourself
for 1 year.
I see.
At least 6 months for you to graduate as a clinical psychologist.
Where did you do yours?
So I did mine at the Accra Psychiatry Hospital.
Okay.
I also did some at Kodebu in various units, because you need to get skills from various angles. So I was at the Burns and Plastic Surgery Center.
Wow.
And then I think
you saw a lot of things there.
Also at the psychiatry department.
Wow.
So during our time, it was they were still restructuring the course.
Okay.
So as we speak now, you have to rotate in various departments, so that in medicine, you need to know what happens at the medical, what's happening at surgery, you need to know what happens at radiotherapy, because you are going to be working
with patients from those areas.
So by the time you come out, you understand what
goes on there.
So I think the current situation is better, or an average of ours. We struggle a little bit. Because the environment didn't understand what we were doing. And so you basically have to tell them
what you are here for.
Yes. But recently, they're able to identify. And so, psychologists, you are needed here.
Okay.
This person wanted to kill himself. This person is not taking medication. This person is scared. This person is scared of surgery. So you can now go in there, help understand the person's thinking, and then help them to reprocess and then go to do a surgery and come back successful.
I see. So it's all about the mind.
The mind is a very powerful tool. It's so powerful. It's the most powerful organ.
Hey,
it's the most powerful.
Are you sure?
Yes, you are here because of your mind.
Are you sure?
I'm calling you Conrad because
the mind is out.
You don't know who you are.
Really?
Yes. It's your mind. So you see, people can even abuse your mind that you think you are nobody.
Oh.
And it happens to a lot of kids. The parents insult them, abuse them, and then you are useless, you are nobody. And when they accept it, when their mind accepts it, that's what they are. You cannot
become anything.
You can't, and then truly
they accept it to be so.
But when you are able to challenge your mind, you achieve anything. Nothing is possible.
Is it Henry Ford? Yeah, the one who made a Ford car. He said, "If you think you can, you're right, and if you think you can't, you're also right."
I have it right.
Oh, in your book. Okay, we'll talk about that. I see.
Yes. So you are what you think you are.
Oh, as a man thinks, so he is. Something. Is it Latin?
So it's the most powerful. In fact, your mind controls your heart. It controls every other organ.
Oh. Cogito ergo sum. I've remembered that. Somebody said that. So it's a Latin term for, whatever you think, that's what you are. I love it. And today you are stressing this importance of our minds and our thinking patterns to us. Now, what are the prospects in this field? Is it because if you go to hospitals, we don't have any place labeled clinical psychologist office. We don't see them around. We don't know you people. Like, it's not because I know you personally. I wouldn't know what the whole profession is about.
It's better now. It's better now. I think almost every district hospital has a psychologist now.
Oh, really? I see.
Yes, even Kolebu has close to 20
clinical psychologists.
In our time, there was only one.
I see. I see.
So it's now getting interesting.
I see.
Because a lot of the conditions
have to be managed.
Now we know that a lot of the conditions. See, back about 110 years ago, we were dying of infectious diseases. Malaria, cholera, and stuff.
None of that.
Now the world has a grips.
Over those
kind of conditions. Now what the leading causes of death are non-communicable diseases.
Which means what?
Disease that I cannot give to you, like malaria. If I have malaria, you can also get.
I see.
Or cholera, or Ebola. So we are not dying of these conditions a lot these days.
Okay.
But now we are dying a lot of non-communicable. The one that are lifestyle. Some of them are lifestyle based on your lifestyle.
Diabetes,
hypertension, the strokes, and
I see.
Those conditions.
I see.
And because of that, you need people who can help people to revise and adjust their lifestyles.
People say depression is one of the leading causes of death in the world.
Yes, because when you are depressed, you can do anything to yourself.
Tell me about depression. How would you know that I'm depressed right now?
so if you are not a psychologist and have a friend, you can tell he's depressed. If you know this friend, you can tell that this friend is not okay, right?
Of course, just by
mood change. You know that he likes food, and then you bring him his favorite food, and then he's just watching it. You call him anytime he's not sleeping, and then some of them begin to talk about negative stuff.
I see.
So nobody loves me, nobody cares about me. My bosses are doing this to me. I don't feel like going to work.
What about suicidal thoughts?
Yes. So
I see.
So suicidal thoughts are sometimes tricky to identify.
Okay.
Some of them will be talking about, do you know how the gun works? And when somebody is talking about that frequently, it's likely that he's becoming suicidal.
I see.
Or he asks you to type this rope is strong enough to hold. Yes. So it means that. Yes, some of them will not come straight to you and say, unless to literally, I've been feeling so bad that I wish I'm dead.
I've heard that.
Yes, those ones are, life is not sweet again. It's when the person is planning to live this life. So that's suicide. So that's one. The moment you hear that single expression, don't let that person.
So you have to do what?
You have to quickly move in. If the person is your friend, it's likely to talk to you about what is eating them up.
Okay.
But depression is always caused by something underlying Either they are being rejected or they've lost something important in their life. Like now one happened, or somebody loses the only breadwinner or parents or job, like the closure of these banks.
Exactly.
Yes, it caused a lot of people to have depression.
Wow.
And then a lot of depression also happens in marriages. One danger is the youth, the teenagers, the adolescents becoming depressed a lot these days.
Because of what?
Because we don't understand them.
And they don't understand us.
Yes, they don't have to understand. They don't have to understand us because we came into the world before them. And so we don't understand them because there are a lot of changes. Now you hear parents saying, look, my father did this, my father did that, my mother treated me this way. And so I have to train us. No, that's a big mistake. Because during your time and my time, there were no internet.
Phones.
How many TVs? Sometimes in the whole village, about 3 of the guys have TV and everybody has to go and watch. So the influence of the world was limited. So you have only your parents and maybe a few people in the community to look up to.
I see.
And these people can easily correct you. Here, your child knows things you don't know as a father. You have no idea what they know. You have no idea what they are watching and what they are discussing. You don't have any idea. And so when they meet things that they have to make decisions, they get confused because you don't understand. So like, I want to go to this party. You are going nowhere. I want to study. I want to study how to. I want to study a program like the computer. I want to be a computer scientist. No. You have to be a medical doctor. You have to. Then the child doesn't have any passion. He has no purpose for it. He doesn't need it. You force him to do it. So he does it for you. So whilst he's going through that, he's having challenges because there's a disconnect between his thoughts and his behavior. What he's doing is not what he wants to do. In his mind, he's doing something different from what physically we see him doing. And sometimes they break down during the process. They can't come back to you because you are the cause. And so they decide to move in there. And then
schools have guidance and counseling units.
Yes, they are supposed to have. They are supposed to have one, but some of them are not functioning. Yes, because you go and then most of them are not trained. They just meet somewhere and have meetings. And then, so we have to begin to look at that. I remember Dr. Tevia. There was this school inspectorate division that was supposed to come up with a holistic educational system. And I remember we discussed the schools having trained counselors or psychologists. I don't know what has become of that yet. But I know most schools don't have trained counselors.
But you consult for the Ghana Education Service on a particular National Assessment and Resource Center for Children with Disabilities.
Yes. I used to be with them. I used to be the GS has a center where they look out for children with special needs. And children who have disability, so that they can help them to move on. So a common condition is there are a few children that have intellectual disability. What it means is that their brains are not functioning the way they should function, and no medicine can correct that. It's a permanent thing.
I see.
So they normally have very low IQ, very low reasoning. They are not even able to let their brain coordinate other things. Some of them cannot even eat by themselves. They cannot even say They may not be able to say it for some cannot even talk. Okay, so we assess them and then we have them get placement to specialized schools.
So there are special schools like that.
There are special schools. Then those who also have the special school are deaf and then the dumb. Then we also have schools for intellectual disabilities. There's one at Kledo. Then I think there's one too at
special schools,
one.
New Horizons.
So those schools we assess them and then place them there. Then there are kids who also have learning disability. Their brains are okay, but they have challenges learning, and that challenge can be as a result of attention deficiency.
I see.
Then some could be because of language difficulty. Some too could be as a result of late maturity or delayed maturity. They couldn't grow well. So the brain didn't. Some people are not able to grow the way everybody grows.
What makes them not to grow?
So, for instance, we expect every child to be able to sit alone by 6 months.
Okay.
Later by 6 months, we expect every child is supposed to walk.
Okay.
Latest by 1 year, should be walking.
I see.
Some walk after 3 years, 4 years, and so.
Okay. So those stages, you look
and
at
the
them.
brain is responsible for that.
Hey.
Yes, they are told the brain controls everything.
Hey.
So for some of them, the brain is not ready to make them walk. Yes, and when that happens, the child delays in acquiring the necessary skills to function.
I see.
So that then we have to help them to adjust. And then so the schools are also supposed to be aware that this child has this peculiar challenge.
Yeah.
And so you don't bundle them and then teach them the same way. You should know that in every class, children come in a class not on the same birthday. So in a class where they are all 6 years, some are 6 years just the day they enter class 1. Others are 6 years, like 9 months. And so when you are teaching them, you have to accommodate these differences. Then there are those who have the special needs. Like I said, they are quite back. They find it difficult to learn. They can't even pronounce words at certain stage. So you have to give them specialized educational plan. So whilst you are giving everybody 5 questions to solve in mathematics, you give them 2. That's the only way they can also function. But if you give them the 5, they will keep. They are still going to be having difficulties, and that will worsen their challenge. Okay, so when those interventions are put in place and then they are monitored, said children are able to pick up as they go.
Awesome. Okay, so let's take another quick break and we'll be back to finish up this conversation with our clinical psychologist, Mr. Eric Howusu-Kumi. We'll be right back.
It feels like becoming an entrepreneur aside academics is never going to be possible when you're in school. Mainly because we feel that we are young and we don't have the resources and the guts to be one.
But if you believe in yourself and you have the passion to become an entrepreneur, then you already are.
Staying ahead in a highly competitive environment requires applying creativity and innovation to every aspect of your journey to becoming an entrepreneur.
Presently, entrepreneurship is driven by creativity and innovation to attain business objectives.
The explosion in technology, business, entrepreneurship, and consumption in this new era is as a result of the ongoing application of innovation.
Milton Bell once said, "If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door."
So if you are ready to be an entrepreneur, we are ready for you.
Hello again. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is the Conrado Show where we discuss issues of purpose, passion, and power. We are having an up close with a clinical psychologist. He is Mr. Eric Howusu-Kumi. He is the senior clinical psychologist at the Trust Hospital here in Accra. Eric, let's zoom in on your book. The book is Living Today Now, The Power in Positive Thinking. Living Today Now, The Power in Positive Thinking. Wow. And this book, I wrote, what did I write? Is it a foreword? Yeah, I wrote the foreword. This is a book that is a masterpiece. I'm reading a bit of my foreword. It's a masterpiece to everyone who desires to live a fulfilling life. In this powerful book, Living Today Now, The Power in Positive Thinking, senior clinical psychologist Eric Howusu-Kumi lays bare scientific, psychological, and spiritual perspectives on this very important determinant of success and happiness in life in a very simple and easy to read style. He is very forthright on the truism in this powerful method of living our lives. Hey, I now remember my own words. The words are echoing back to me. Yeah. So tell us, what is the book about?
Yes, I in my practice, I realize a lot of us live in the past.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
so
we live in the past.
Yes, we live so much on what our parents did to us, what our siblings did, what our bosses are doing. spouses are doing,
I see.
our friends are doing. So what they've done, is defining who they are.
I see.
Most of the time, these are negative stuff.
Oh.
Then there are others who also live in the future
Hey.
with fear. If you are living in the future with purpose, like with expectation, it's good, but they live with fear. And so now that I'm going to Kumasi, there will be an accident on the way, so he's not going to Kumasi.
I see.
So even if I apply for promotion, this job, the way they've been sorting people, so always the future is
bleak.
Okay. But then the human being is designed, it's a present tense.
Really?
Yes.
We should live in the present.
We are here. Tomorrow will not be here.
Living today now.
Okay. Within 40 seconds, landowners became
homeless.
Nobody. And then fathers became, so you don't have a child, you're not a father. Then children became, you don't have parents. So, but because today, as we sit here, it's fun. We don't know what tomorrow will be. So why do we jump today and go into tomorrow and then play with all the dirty things? Why do we go back and look at all the pain and the disadvantages that we've gone through? I remember my maths teacher used to kill me a lot in DHS.
Because you weren't good at maths. That's predictable. But you've come to do chemistry.
Because he didn't understand my mind, the way my mind works.
And he didn't know you were coming to work on people's minds.
And I met him, we had a post-student staff and he was there. And he was surprised. Yes. He told me I was good, but then I was lazy. So he was killing me for the laziness.
Of course. So that's after some time, that's when he remembers that his laziness was killing you.
So now when I think about the past, I think that he was a good person. But those that I think he was a wicked man.
Was it Einstein who started speaking at age 4? Or by age 4, he wasn't even speaking.
Yes.
But he became one of the world's greatest scientists.
I'm told his mother showed him a letter from the school. Letter. That your child is unintelligent and he cannot function. So come and pick. So yes. So the mother had to pick him from school and
homeschool him.
But he never mentioned it to the son. That is powerful. Because that could have killed the spirit of the boy.
I see.
He told him that the school is not good for you. I can teach you and make you better than that. And that was a good reason for the boy to be home. And he thought that there's no problem. But then the mother wanted him to. And then he would have been thinking
about the problem that the teachers created for him.
So we have to live in the present. We have to live in the present. When there's a party, let's enjoy the party. There are people seated right in the party and they are thinking about something bad somewhere. They are in the party and they're thinking of the last party that didn't go well. And while they are in this party, they're thinking about whether the next party will go well. So they miss out on the present.
My cameramen are shaking their head.
They miss out on the present. But the present sometimes has wonderful gifts for us. We miss it out. And the funny part of it is, after missing out on this present day, so today, if you're not laughing today, then today becomes yesterday. Then you'll be like,
I should have laughed yesterday.
Yesterday the place was, but it's gone. Now you are beating
this
yourself
can
up.
Control.
You are beating yourself up for something you didn't do right. But why would you just start laughing right now? Instead of talking about yesterday, how bad it was, enjoy from the goodness of today.
So we should learn from the mistakes of the past, all right? I mean, I'm a historian, and so we should learn from the past. We should plan for the future, but we should live today. I love that. That's a powerful way.
Today is the only day you have control. Tomorrow is not yours.
In fact, even the next 1 second, we don't have control over it.
So at every moment, enjoy it. So if there's Banku in front of you,
please go and get me some. Go and get me some.
Eat it with passion and enjoyment. If you are learning right now as a student, learn with passion and purpose. If you are asked to perform anything, do it with passion and purpose.
Now.
Don't be looking at what you could do tomorrow, because that day will never come. It's not yours.
It's not yours. It's not predictable. It doesn't lie in your hands.
So that is the purpose. That is the foundation of the book.
I see. So I can see contents, chapter 1, the power of the mind. Then chapter 2, the benefits of positive thinking. The next one, positive affirmations, the power of positive words, core beliefs, underlying assumptions, and automatic thoughts, and healthy thinking styles, the power of control, why worry, and developing resiliency and a fighting spirit, identifying negative thinking, focusing on positive thinking quotes, and then positive affirmation. Because what's positive affirmation?
I tell myself I'm intelligent.
Oh, even if you are not.
because that's a positive thing.
I
so
see.
You need to affirm it.
Okay.
Daily.
Yeah.
So any good thing about yourself or any good thing you want, you have to affirm it daily. Because what you say goes back into your mind.
Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done.
There are people when you tell them they are rich, they say, me, I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I used to do that a lot. But when people tell me, I'm a big businessman, you know.
Okay, so right now, tell me I am rich.
Yes.
And then
I'll
accept it.
And I'll keep saying it.
Repeating it.
Yeah.
It's patterns. Yeah, the mind is patterned in that way.
Because the mind is like a wardrobe.
I see.
The mind is like a wardrobe. When you use a particular cloth in your wardrobe, more frequently, it's always somewhere you can find it.
I see.
If you don't use a cloth for a long time, you even forget you have it.
It's true.
But the day you go back into your wardrobe,
then
you realize,
oh, so I still have this. It's true.
So the more you use words,
you're working on our minds. That's how we all
appear at the surface of your mind. So those words are always available. So when someone tells you are dumb, you are useless, you have intelligence right at the top. You just pick it up.
I see.
And you use it. When you meet difficult situations, because you have it right on top of your wardrobe, this particular place of intelligence, you pick it and you use it. But if yours is, you're always thinking about the negative stuff,
things.
The bad things people say about you, you're not handsome, you're beautiful, you are useless. When you miss a challenging situation, the first thing that comes into your mind is I'm useless. And anybody who is useless cannot overcome the challenge.
Wow. I want to continue hearing you. Like
the mind is
I don't want
always
us to finish
your
talking
mind
about
also as a garden. And for every garden, you plant there. If you don't plant, something happens to the garden.
Weeds grow.
Of course. And nobody likes weeds. So if you don't put the good things in your mind, it will come up with the bad ones.
Really?
But the truth is, what people see and what we hear, they are
all
in our mind. So if you don't put something there that you want to be there, the ones that you don't want, which are there, will grow.
So feed your mind with positive things, right?
I see. What you want.
I see.
Okay. So tell yourself you can. Tell yourself you're going to do this. Tell yourself you can do it and start doing it. Whilst you are doing it, your mind is supplying you with the stuff that is still there.
Wow.
But if you're not doing it, it will come and remind you that you are nobody. But your mother even told you, you can't be anybody. Your mother told you, it's there. So you start coming. When you struggle a little bit, the things we hear, they come back to us. And when they come, they are coming to make us more miserable. So when you read a book that is good, be playing it in your mind, and be telling other people about it. Because they said the best way to learn is to teach.
Okay, I love that. The best way to learn is to teach. And today, I saw a quote somewhere that I was just about posting on my status, and it's about start. And that's exactly from where you you left off. Start now. Start where you are. Start making progress. Start with what you have. Start with all your insecurities. Start with what you already know. Start moving towards your goals. Start and make mistakes. Start small. Start now. Just start. Living today now. So where do we get copies of this book?
I'm giving you a free
advert.
You can get them from the Lincoln Bookshop and the Kingdom Bookshop.
Okay.
And there's a shop in Laboni, by the bookshop.
Okay. Good.
You can also, let me quickly say something because you have purpose, passion, and power.
Which
a lot of people,
I can see you love it.
Yes. A lot of people consider failure as a bad thing.
Okay. But we all don't like failure at all.
But that's the only way you can learn. The best way. That's the best way. But in fact, it is the perception of failure that's the problem, not failure itself.
Okay.
some people think when you fail, you can't do anything
Again, yeah.
But when you fail and you know why you fail, you
Yeah.
can move on. But you're definitely not going to use the same route.
Yeah.
You will use another route.
Yeah.
There's this idea where 3 kids, okay, we're all given a box to open because there's something inside that will make them happy. A door. So the first child was struggling to open it. Then the second child, look at the way the first child is struggling.
Yeah.
And she burst into tears. She looks at someone's failure and she doesn't try at all. And we do that a lot. In her family, you can't do business. So
no, everybody
tried to be a lawyer in our family didn't happen.
We killed
anybody who tried to build didn't happen. So we don't start at all.
We won't do it.
Then the second child kept doing it. Doing it and then hula.
Wow.
So upon several failed attempts,
the person became successful.
Yeah. So we can only say you are successful after you have come out of the woods.
Yeah.
If you are struggling, nobody will say you are successful.
No,
so when you keep struggling, then the opportunity comes for you to become successful.
Exactly.
Someone says success is based on our individual efforts. Not gifts from anybody.
I see.
Not what your father told you, but your personal individual efforts. Yeah. It's what success is. Yeah. So if you're not doing any effort,
we can't say you're successful. I love that. So finally, if someone wants to contact you, how should they reach you?
So they can.
You have a social media page that you post stuff. They are not a social media.
Yes, I'm trying to actually get a social media consultant to manage me.
Please, I will do that. Free of charge.
I remember I've mentioned it to you before.
And then I brushed it off. Now you are repeating it right
so
on my
I think
show.
our viewers are listening. When they hear me talking about it again, then they are going to arrest you.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm trying to look at.
But what about phone numbers?
Yes, so I have a phone number. You can reach me on 0244 86 84 79. 0244 86 84 79. If you call this number and it doesn't come, you can find me at Trust Hospital every day, Monday to Saturday. Yes.
Wow.
So that tells you how much people are struggling.
It's true.
Yes. Then the last one, I think you wanted to talk about. Is it the profession?
Please do.
It's a growing profession.
Yeah, the prospects in the profession.
The prospect is great because people have issues with trust these days.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you could trust your uncle, you could trust your cousin, but now the competition is so huge that nobody trusts anybody. So you don't know what your uncle is going to use the information you are giving him for. So people are looking for independent professionals.
I see.
My work is you pay me for your trust.
Hey,
that's basically what the psychologists work. People tell us deep-seated secrets, things that they've not shared for 40 years, but it's eating them up.
Wow!
Because now you can't tell his uncle. He's scared the uncle will kill him.
I see.
Like,
you
see your friend, but you're not sure whether your friend will take your boyfriend or your girlfriend from you. You're not sure whether the person will take your job. But when you talk to a professional like the psychologist or a counselor,
so people pay you because of trust.
Yes. That's basically the job. It's confidential. When you come and see a psychologist, everything you've said is held the way
confidence,
as if it's still in your head.
Yeah, I see.
That's the beauty about it.
Wow.
So because of the way our social system is changing, people are looking for people to talk to.
Yeah.
Sometimes people come and then just one session they talk and then they tell you they are okay.
They are okay just by talking
about what is eating them up.
Wow.
So join us and let's help the many people who are going through this trauma but they can't talk to anybody about it.
I love that. Thank you very much, Mr. Eric Howusu-Kumi. He is a senior clinical psychologist at the Trust Hospital in Accra, and he's saying that there are other clinical psychologists at hospitals. I mean, he says every district hospital has a clinical psychologist. You can go, and then if you need help, maybe a referral, he can lead you to some of his colleagues, other places that you can talk to. And this is going to help you alleviate your health conditions that are based on your mindset. the way your mind is conditioned. It is very important. That's the most powerful organ in the human body, and so you must not toy with it at all. We all have been through situations that we needed somebody to talk to, and so people like that have specialized in this particular field of talk therapy, and you can open up to them. This show was brought to you in association with the Conrado Group. If you want to have personal development, mentorship, and also you want us to talk to you about maybe your career path and things that have to do with your personal growth and development, we are the right people to talk to. If you want to travel abroad and you want to write language courses like the IELTS or SAT or TOEFL or GRE or GMAT and other courses that you would need for travel, we are the right people to talk to. We are also good at helping you with multimedia services if you need some, like videography and photography for your occasions. And then Heritage Christian University College is a university in Amasaman, Accra. We are the ones to talk to when it comes to your success in university education that is based on entrepreneurship training. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to go through academics but still want to train yourself to be an entrepreneur, to be on your own, to do your own business, this is the university to come to. We are admitting for March and April 2023. We also do admissions in October and in January. Just call us on 020-67 30 382, 020-67 30 382. Truth TV is the platform also for businesses. If you are a business, you want to advertise at as low as 500 Ghana cedis for the whole month, we have packages for you as a startup person, because we want to encourage startup businesses. And if you're a big business and you want to promote an event or some other services of yours, we are the right persons to talk to. Reach us on our social media handles, Truth TV Ghana, and you can also check us on the Conrado Show on YouTube. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Conrad Kakraba. Bye for now.